In the AutoCAD software, in the 2D section, there are 4 commands. Each of these commands performs duplication and copy operations in its own way. In this video, first we want to talk about 2 of these commands, which are copy and mirror. In the next video, we'll talk about the other 2 commands. In the next video, we'll also discuss the next 2 commands. As you saw at the end, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we have 4 commands that perform duplication operations. The first 2 are copy and mirror commands. One of them is for directly duplicating the object we've selected, allowing us to copy it. And the mirror command is for creating symmetry, for mirroring objects. So how do these work? Let's suppose, for example, that I use the commands we already know, like the circle command, and I draw a circle here. Now you want to duplicate this, basically to copy it. How can I do this? Let me draw a rectangle here as well. Here's another rectangle. I haven't given any dimensions to either of them because it doesn't matter since you just want to duplicate this. With the help of the copy command, its shortcut is CO. So I type CO and enter. When you type CO and enter, now all you need to do in the first step, as it asks you, is to select the elements you want to copy. Can I select only one? No, you can select as many as you want. So here, let me draw something else too. For example, let me draw a circle here as well. As an example, is that good? Okay, now I'll copy again. CO, enter. It asks me to select. I want both of these to be copied. So I can use a window like this to select both of them, or I can select them one by one. Now I'll select them one by one. You can select as many as you want because right now it's telling you that you can keep selecting. If you're done with your selection, naturally by pressing enter once, you can exit the selection mode. I press enter once and as you can see, it exited the selection mode. Now it's telling you to pick the base point. By base point, it means the exact point from which I want to place the copied object. What does it mean to place it on another point? It means, for example, I want to copy this from the center of this circle and place it here. In other words, these 2 circles. When the center of this circle is copied and placed here, where should I pick it from? I have to pick it exactly from this center. If you pick it from anywhere else, you won't be able to place the center precisely. So here I need to pick it exactly from this spot. That's what it means. Base point. So I pick it from here and I can place it very easily. Now, do you want to place it somewhere else? Just click here again, or click here again, or anywhere else you like, and the copy will be made there. But the point about the copy command is that in the newer versions, an array feature has been added to the copy command. What does that mean? It means you can duplicate as many times as you want. For example, let's say I draw a line here. I need to know approximately how long this line is. For instance, I can measure the distance from here to here. The ISD, we've already talked about this in previous videos. I take a measurement and it says it's about 700 units here. Now I want to duplicate this. For example, let's say I want 5 copies, each spaced 200 units apart. Is that good? So I go to the copy command, type C and press enter. It asks me to select, so I select and press enter. Now it asks me to pick the base point, so I pick a spot, for example, from here. Now, of course, I can either click one by one or enter a distance, because here you can also specify the distance. For example, I can now enter 200, right? And press enter. Now it's duplicated by 200. Now, if you want the next one to also be 200 units ahead of this, how much should you enter? For the 4th one, how much should you enter? You see, you have to keep adding the numbers in your head. Now, what if it's a small odd number? For example, if you want each one to be 142 units apart, you have to keep adding 142 units over and over. Well, that's really hard, right? We had this problem in the old version, but now this issue has been solved in the new version. How? Like this. I go into the command, make a copy, press enter, and set this point as the base. When you set the base point, a new subcommand called array has been added. All I have to do is enter the array mode, so I press A and then enter. Now it asks me, how many do you want? How many copies should we make? I say 5, so I type 5 and press enter. Now it asks me, okay, how do you want to duplicate them? For example, how should we make the copies? So I keep my hand steady. Now I just need to set the distance for the first one. For example, it was 200, so I enter 200 and press enter. See, it automatically made 5 copies, 200 each time. Now if I think about the distance between the first and last one, there should be 4 gaps of 200 each. 800, see, it's exactly 800 because it's duplicating 5 based on the first radius. So in total there are 5, and the distance between each is 200. 200. Okay, that was the simple copy command. Now let's move on to the mirror command. Suppose I just draw something, for example, like this, and add an arc to it as well. You're already familiar with the polyline command. Have you watched a video about it? Okay, let me close this here. Suppose you want to mirror this, make it symmetrical. Where do you want it to be mirrored? For example, if I draw a line here, I want to mirror it relative to this line. I want to mirror this. It's as if this is a mirror and this falls on the other side. Is it called mirroring or symmetry? Well, to create symmetry, all I need to do is use the mirror command, which is me. I press me and it asks me to select. So I just select this and press enter. Now it asks me to select the first point of the axis of symmetry. Which one is my axis of symmetry? It's this line here. Pick one of its points. For example, I'll pick here. Now it asks you to select the second point of the axis of symmetry along this line. Just pick any point you like. It doesn't matter if it's at the end or the beginning, even lower is fine. As long as it's on the same line, I'll just pick a point. You see the symmetry is applied, but there's a problem here. It's that down here it asks you if you want to delete the original object for you. Should I delete the source object, the first one? Here, if I want the first one to be deleted, I just need to press Y and enter. That means yes, or if I press N and enter, it means no, so both will remain. That's the default setting. Pay attention, it's set to no by default, so if I just press enter, it will select no. I'm pressing enter. See, now both objects remain. Also, to create the axis of symmetry, it's not necessary that you must have drawn this. I drew it just to explain it to you. It can be drawn or it can be left undrawn. Now I can again, for example, enter the mirror command, but this time select both this one and that one. Let's say the first point of the axis of symmetry is here, and the second point is, for example, here. Again, it asks if I want to delete them. I say no, see? Yes, this time all four remain. We have all four, and I can even delete the axis of symmetry. Just like that, you can easily create elements that are symmetrical to each other in this way. With the help of the mirror command, you can do this. Make sure to subscribe to the channel because we have a lot more to cover. We want to learn different types of software, and we want to learn various tips and tricks. After we learn this command, we want to work on some examples. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also hit the bell button so you'll be notified as soon as another tutorial is published. Make sure to do that. See you in the next tutorial.